High on the Tibetan plateau, nestled among the soaring peaks of the Himalayas, lies a land shrouded in mystery and allure, Tibet. This remote and rugged region has captivated the imaginations of explorers, spiritual seekers, and adventurers for centuries. With its towering snow-capped mountains, pristine lakes, and ancient monasteries, Tibet is a place where the veil between heaven and earth seems thin. For centuries, Tibet remained isolated from the outside world, its borders guarded by the formidable Himalayan mountain range. This isolation allowed a unique culture and spiritual tradition to flourish, one deeply intertwined with the natural environment. The Tibetan people developed a deep reverence for nature, seeing the mountains, rivers, and forests as sacred and inhabited by spirits. Tibet is often referred to as the roof of the world due to its high altitude and towering mountain ranges. But it is also considered the spiritual heart of the world, a place where ancient wisdom traditions have been preserved for millennia. Tibetan Buddhism, a distinct form of Buddhism, is the dominant religion in Tibet and permeates every aspect of life. At the heart of Tibetan Buddhism is the Dalai Lama, the spiritual leader of the Tibetan people. Believed to be the reincarnation of Avalokiteshvara, the bodhisattva of compassion, the Dalai Lama is revered as a living Buddha and a symbol of peace and wisdom. The current Dalai Lama, the 14th in the lineage, lives in exile in India, but his teachings continue to inspire millions around the world. Tibet is a land steeped in myth and legend. Ancient tales speak of mystical beings, hidden valleys, and powerful deities who roam the mountains and lakes. One such legend tells the story of Shambhala, a hidden kingdom said to be located somewhere in the Himalayas. According to Tibetan Buddhist tradition, Shambhala is a place of peace, harmony, and enlightenment, ruled by a benevolent king. Another enduring myth is that of the Yeti, also known as the abominable snowman. Stories of a large, ape-like creature roaming the snowy peaks of the Himalayas have circulated for centuries, fueled by occasional sightings and mysterious footprints in the snow. While the existence of the Yeti remains unproven, the legend continues to capture the imagination and lure adventurers to the remote corners of the Tibetan plateau. Dominating the Tibetan landscape is the Himalayan mountain range, the highest and most awe-inspiring mountain range on Earth. Home to Mount Everest, the world's tallest peak, the Himalayas are a sight to behold, their snow-capped summits piercing the sky and their slopes adorned with glaciers, forests, and alpine meadows. The Himalayas play a crucial role in shaping Tibet's climate and environment. They act as a barrier, blocking moist air from the south and creating a rain shadow effect that results in Tibet's arid climate. The mountains are also the source of many of Asia's great rivers, including the Indus, Ganges, Brahmaputra, Mekong, and Yangtze, which provide water for billions of people downstream. Despite its harsh climate and high altitude, Tibet is home to a surprisingly diverse array of flora and fauna. The Tibetan Plateau is often referred to as the Third Pole due to its vast reserves of ice and snow, second only to the Arctic and Antarctic. These glaciers and snowfields feed numerous rivers and lakes, providing water for wildlife and sustaining human settlements. Among the unique animals found in Tibet are the Tibetan antelope, known for its soft wool, the wild yak, adapted to the high altitude, the snow leopard, an elusive and endangered predator, and the Tibetan blue bear, one of the rarest bears in the world. The region is also home to a variety of bird species, including the black-necked crane, a symbol of good luck in Tibetan culture. Life on the Tibetan plateau is challenging, shaped by the high altitude, thin air, and extreme temperatures. The Tibetan people have adapted to these harsh conditions over centuries, developing unique cultural practices and a deep connection to their environment. Traditional Tibetan life revolves around agriculture, pastoralism, and trade. Nomadic herding is an integral part of Tibetan culture, with nomads moving their herds of yaks, sheep, and goats across the vast grasslands of the plateau in search of pasture. Yaks are particularly important to the Tibetan way of life, providing milk, meat, wool, and dung for fuel. Their strength and resilience also make them invaluable pack animals, transporting goods and people across the rugged terrain. Tibetan culture is rich and vibrant, deeply rooted in Buddhist beliefs and traditions. Art plays an important role in Tibetan society, serving both religious and secular purposes. Thangka paintings, intricate scrolls depicting Buddhist deities and mandalas, are highly prized for their beauty and spiritual significance. Music and dance are also integral to Tibetan culture, often performed during religious ceremonies and festivals. Traditional Tibetan music features instruments like the dranyan, a long-necked lute, and the dungchen, a long telescopic trumpet. Tibetan dances are often colorful and energetic, involving elaborate costumes, masks, and gestures that convey stories and symbolism. Today, Tibet is gradually opening up to the outside world, offering travelers a glimpse into its unique culture and breathtaking landscapes. From the bustling streets of Lhasa, Tibet's capital, to the serene beauty of Lake Namtso, to the ancient monasteries perched on mountain slopes, Tibet offers a journey of discovery and adventure. Visitors to Tibet can experience the warmth and hospitality of the Tibetan people, witness ancient rituals and ceremonies, and marvel at the natural wonders of the Himalayas. Whether trekking through the mountains, visiting monasteries, or simply soaking up the spiritual atmosphere, a journey to Tibet is an unforgettable experience. Tibet, with its soaring mountains, ancient monasteries, and deeply spiritual culture, continues to captivate the imagination and inspire awe. It is a land of contrasts where ancient traditions coexist with modern influences, and where the natural and spiritual worlds are inextricably intertwined. As the world becomes increasingly interconnected, Tibet remains a place of mystery and wonder, a reminder of the enduring power of nature, spirituality, and human resilience. It is a land that beckons us to explore, to connect with our inner selves, and to appreciate the beauty and fragility of our planet.